Okay, we're going to start from seated position. So have your blanket or your pillow or cushion to sit on. Anything that elevates your hips, even your block, is always a good idea. And we're going to find in a way that you're comfortable with the spine upright. So if you are fighting with this, remember you can modify and bring the shoulders up towards the ears and then slowly roll them back and down to release any tension, placing the hands to your thighs and knees, and have your elbows by your rib cage so that release any tightness on your shoulder, especially if early morning. And just draw the chin in and then towards the chest. And let's take a moment here. Bring the attention to the breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Take your time to feel your breath moving in and out through your body, within the body. It's always a good way to focus on the breath so we can really engage with the present moment, the here and now. Gradually begin to change and modify the length of your breathing, allowing the inhales and exhales to become longer and deeper, slowing down the breath, slowing down the mind. From here, please bring the shoulders again towards the ears, back and down. Let's move the shoulders in a nice rotation, going in one direction first. Exhaling deeply and letting go, inhaling up to the ears and back and down. Just a few more rounds like this in same direction. And then let's reverse that direction by bringing the shoulders forward, down, back, and up. Forward, down, back, and up. Just a few more rounds. And noticing the scapula, the upper spine, the back of the rib cage. And then slowly release, hands towards the thighs or knees again. Relax shoulders and then lift the chin up with inhale. Through the nose, you exhale long and deep as slowly you lower the chin to your chest. Inhale, you lift and open. And exhale, you lower and close. And just keep moving the neck and the head up and down. Loosening up the muscles surrounding your cervical spine. And return back through center. And with the next inhale, look over to your right shoulder. Exhale, slowly move the chin all the way to the left. And inhale all the way to the right. And just keep moving from side to side. And return back to neutral position. Chin is parallel to the floor. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. And exhale, left ear to left shoulder. With the breath, moving the neck and the head in different direction now. Mobilizing different muscles surrounding the neck. And then slowly return back to center, full circle. Bring the chin up to the sky. Rotate to the right, to the chest. Inhale, left and up. Same directions, a few rounds at your own rhythm. Linking breath with the movement. And now going to the opposite direction. And return the head back to neutral. Bring the hands to the side, flex the elbows, place the hands to the back, elbows in, and then the chin goes to your chest. Gentle stretch here. And inhale, lift the head, chest, and release the hands down, shoulders up, back, and down. Hands to the heart, and inhale, open, and exhale, hands together. Inhale, open the chest, and exhale, hands to the heart. And just a few more rounds of movement here to stretch gently the front of the shoulders and the chest muscles, opening, guiding those shoulder blades into each other. And then slowly release hands down, shoulders up, back and down. Now take a nice inhale, just place your right hand there, place your left hand to your left shoulder, and then slowly flex the right elbow to move the spine to the right, and then back to center. And exhale to the right, press through your left hip. You will need to keep both hips down. It's just a lateral movement of the spine, the torso with the breath. And exhale to the right and back through center. One more. And to the right, back through center. Lower your left hand down, right hand to your right shoulder. Take a nice inhale and exhale. The spine moves to the left. Return to neutral. And to the left and neutral. Just 3 more rounds. Waking up the spine, the rib cage. And slowly inhale and release. Right hand down. Inhale, both shoulders up, back and down. Take a nice inhale and bring the arms up and then twist to the right. Look over to your right shoulder. Back through center and twist to the left. Look to the left. Inhale, rotate the spine back to neutral. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, neutral position and twist to the left. One more time, each side. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Back through center. Release the hands down towards the floor. Bring the shoulders up, back and down. Hands to your knees. Elbows in, arching the spine. Seated position, cat-cow. Exhale, round the spine. Elbows out, chin in, belly in. Inhale, gently arching and extending. Rounding, flexing, elbows out, chin in. And 3 more rounds, moving the spine into flexion and extension, always with the breath. And slowly back through center. Now bring the hands behind you and do the crossing of the legs, feet wider than the hips. Let's do some windshield wiper movement. Moving the legs, the hips from side to side. And slowly return back to neutral position. Bring the sole of the feet together, knees out, holding from the top of the feet with both hands, and then just lift the chest, shoulders back and down, and then guide the chin to your chest. Nice, easy breathing again through the nose. Relax the inner thighs, the back of both hips. Nice breathing. And then slowly bring the legs slightly open, wider than your hips, not all the way out yet. And we're going to flex and point the toes and the feet, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. Hands behind you for support. Bring the toes in and out. Some rotation again from the hip joints. Moving those hips, your legs. And then slowly bend the knees, drop the legs to one side, and let's find our way to tabletop position. So make sure that you have something to protect your knees. So a blanket, a towel. In my case, I have a little cushion here. And we're going to have the knees wider than the hips. So knees wider than the hips and big toes touching. And sink the hips towards the heels. Place the hands to the front and then walk your hands slowly to child's pose. Relax your forehead to your hands or towards your block, or if you cannot reach the mat with your forehead. Nice inhales and exhales here. Release your lower back. your inner thighs, your pelvic floor. And then slowly return back to tabletop position. Now have your knees under your hips. Extend your left leg back and then tuck the toes under, lift the leg up and then flex and point, 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 flex. Lower the toes down and press through your left heel. Stretch the calf muscles, and then the left knee returns under the left hip. Now extend the right leg back, foot up, and then flex and point, 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 flex, lower and press to the right heel. Time to stretch now the right calf muscles, the Achilles tendons there. Right knee under the right hip, both knees under the hips. Let's move the spine, a few rounds of cat-cow again, moving the torso, the rib cage with every inhale and exhale, dropping the belly, rounding, just a few more rounds like this. Now tucking the toes under, press, and let's lift the hips to downward dog. Paddle the feet one at a time. Just make sure that you have your wrist wide as your shoulders and your feet wide as your hips. Just paddle, just bending one knee at a time, lowering the heels, some movement to the back line of both legs. Remember, there is external rotation of your shoulders and the chin goes into the chest. Now both heels down and then slowly walk your hands towards your feet. Just take your blanket or your pillow from the mat, and just we're standing in one end of the mat with the feet wide as the hips. Flex the knees slightly, holding from the opposite elbows. Relax your neck so the crown of the head is pointing towards the floor. Just stretch the spine here, lower back, middle back, upper spine in the neck. And then slowly lower the hands towards the floor. Heavy arms, heavy head, rounding the spine. We're going to find our way all the way up to standing position. So shoulders are going back and down. Palms by your hips. Take a moment to reconnect back with the breath. Make sure the weight is distributed front and back of your feet, lifting from the arches. Back to your deep breath. And from here, bring the hands to the heart, bend the knees and chair pose. And inhale, straighten. And exhale, flex and lower. Engage the muscles of the spine. You are not leaning forward. You keep the spine upright as much as you can. Exhale, you flexing down. You inhale, you straighten and lift the chest. Exhale, flex the knee and lower. And straighten and up. Exhale, flex and lower. And straighten both legs. Couple more. Flex as you exhale. Inhale as you straighten. One more, flex and down. And one more. And then lower the hands down by your side. Palms facing forward, shoulder blades into each other, lifting the heels up and down. Rocking to the front of the feet and then to the back, lifting the toes. Just testing the balance and working here on ankles, calf muscles, as you breathe in and out, and then slowly release it down. Hands to your waist, and let's bring the top of the foot back to press gently as you stretch the front of your right ankle and the top of your right foot. And then release the ball of the foot under the hip and then rotate from the hip joint. And then go into the opposite direction, just gentle movement and release. Now bring the left foot back, gently pressing from the top of the foot, lifting from the chest. Nice, easy breathing and release. And the ball of the left foot goes under your left hip, and we're going to rotate 2 or 3 rounds in one direction and go into the opposite direction. And then slowly release. I'm going to go the back of the mat again. From here, flow the arms forward now. And exhale, hands to the heart and fall forward. And release the hands down towards the floor. This is Uttanasana. And you nod your head yes. And you shake your head no. Then lift the chest, sink the hips like a chair pose, and then bring the hands to the heart. Lift the chair, holding position, chair pose. As you lift the torso, I want you to make sure that your spine, you are engaging those muscles on the spine. And you're holding, strengthening, lifting, straightening the legs, hands to the heart, and then slowly hands down. Shoulders up, back, and down. Inhale, flow the arms forward. And exhale, hands to the heart center. We fall forward again, back to Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Bring the hands to the heart. Bend the knees, chair pose. Lift the chest, holding position. Engage those muscles in the abdominal area. Lower back, middle back. Inhale, straighten the legs. Hands to the heart. Release the hands down. Shoulders up, back, and down. One more time. Hands to the heart center. Fall forward. Slowly all the way down. Hands to the floor. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Flex the knees. Bring the hands to the heart center. Lift the chair. Hold into chair pose. Ardha Utkatasana. Just sinking through those hips. Inhale, straighten. Lower the hands down by your hips. Shoulders up, back and down. And then let's come up. I'm going back to the actually, I'm going to put myself here, I think, better, because I'm fighting with the plant. Now, let's rotate the left foot out and one comfortable step forward with the right foot. So make sure that when you have that comfortable step, you are not too far to the front or too far close to the back foot with your right foot. Adjust your hips and shoulders, flex your right knee, and make sure you find the 90-degree angle here. Keep the hands down by your side, palms facing back, shoulders back and down. Slowly lower the chest halfway down. Inhale, engage the back muscles and lift back to the position, neutral position. Exhale, move the spine forward. Keep the right knee bent all the time, lower halfway down. Inhale, lift the chest, shoulders back and down. Inhale, and exhale, lower, halfway down. Inhale, lift the chest, shoulders back and down. Inhale, and exhale, lower, halfway down. Inhale, lift, and release. Now straighten your right leg and then place the hands to your right thigh. Slowly lower the hands below your knees. Bring the spine into halfway up, 90-degree angle, holding position, and then move your right hip back. So both hips are even, shoulders back and down. Try to keep the upper spine flat and breathe through this stretch. Nice and easy. Flex your right knee, lift the chest, shoulders up, back and down. One step back, Samastiti. Breathing in and out. Now rotate the right foot out and step forward one step. Adjust your hips, adjust your shoulders, flex your left knee. Make sure you have the nice 90-degree angle there. Keep the arms down by your side, palms facing back. Shoulders back and down. Inhale. Exhale, activate the core to lower the spine halfway down. Inhale, lift, shoulders back and down. Keep your left knee bent. Exhale, move the spine forward, lower down. Inhale, lift, shoulders back and down. Inhale. Exhale, engage as you lower. Engage as you inhale and back to center. One last. Inhale and exhale, down, halfway down. Keep the spine flat. Inhale, lift, shoulders back, up and down. Straighten your left leg, hands to your left thigh. Slowly slide both hands beneath your knees, below your knees, and keep the spine nice and long. And move your left hip back. Breathing nicely. Feel the nice stretch. It's an asymmetrical stretch. Flex your left knee and lift the spine, and then rotate the torso. So the torso, the shoulders are pointing to the front. So back foot is parallel to the front of the mat, left toes to the opposite side. So we are now in Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Make sure your left knee is over to your left ankle, it's not collapsing in. Take a nice inhale, straighten. Exhale, hands to the heart. Flex the left knee. Inhale, straighten the legs and arms, look over to your left shoulder. Flex your left knee, hands to the heart center, neutral neck. Inhale, straighten arms to the side in T, look over to your left. Flex your left knee, hands together. Inhale, straighten, look over to your left. Flex and lower. Inhale, straighten, look over to your left. Flex and down. One more. Inhale, straighten, look over to your left. Flex and lower. And then straighten your left leg. Lower the hands down, shoulders up, back and down. Rotate the left foot in, parallel to the back of the mat, and then toes are going into the opposite direction. Flex your right knee, 90-degree angle. Arms in T position, look over to your right. Take a nice inhale. Straighten. Exhale, flex your right knee, hands to the heart. Inhale, look over to right, shoulders, extend the arms and the knee. Flex your right knee, hands together, neutral neck. Inhale, straighten, look over to your right. Flex the knee, hands into the heart. Inhale, straighten. Flex and lower. Inhale, straighten. One more. Flex and down. And then straighten and release the hands down, shoulders up, back and down. Rotate the right foot and then slowly slide the hands along the outside of the legs. Bring the hands to the ankles if you can reach, and then release the crown of the head towards the floor. Nod your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Slowly, heavy arms, heavy heads, just slowly lift the spine, shoulders up, back and down, shoulders up, back and down, up, back and down. Again, slide the palms along the legs, all the way down towards the ankles, holding from the ankles or outside of your lower part of your legs, crown of the head towards the floor. Nod your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Bring the hands to the front, slowly rounding the spine, come all the way up to standing, shoulders up, back and down. Last one. Slide the palms slowly, move the spine forward, move the legs all the way to the ankles, release the crown of the head towards the floor. Nod your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Now bring the hands to the center and then walk your hands to your left foot. Flex your left knee, sink the hips, rotate so you are having the toes pointing up into this nice stretch on the inner thigh of your left leg and hip. Just breathe through this. And then slowly walk your hands and lift it. Place the hands to under your shoulders. Lift the hips and then coming to the right side, walking the hands to your right foot, and then rotate so your left heel is touching the floor and the toes of your left foot are pointing up. Time to stretch the opposite leg. Use your breath. Slowly walk the hands to the center, lift the hips from wide stance with the legs, rounding the spine, heavy arms, heavy head. Come all the way up to standing, shoulders up, back and down. Then bring the heels in, keep the toes out. From here, hands to the heart. Flex the knee, flex the elbows, goddess pose. Inhale, hands to the heart. Exhale, flex and lower the hips. And then bring the hands together as you straighten the legs. Flex the knees and lower. Hands together, straighten both legs. Flex and lower. And inhale, straighten. Flexing down. And one more. Flex and lower. And all the way straighten. And then release the hands down by your hips, shoulders up, back and down. Then bring the toes, heels, under the hips. Samastiti, hands to the heart center. Going back to the breath. And let's work with the balance pose. Tree pose. So let's place the weight on your left foot, your left leg, hands to your waist, and then lift the right heel up and then rotate the knee out. So the heel of your right foot is touching the inner part of your left heel. That's a version of a tree. You can stay here, or you can bring the right foot below the knee or above your knee. Find a spot on the floor in front of you where you can focus your gaze. Engage the core, feeling strong and stable, feeling the breath, and you can bring the hands to your heart center in Anjali Mudra, concentrating on the breath that is flowing in control. And then slowly lower the hands down, lower the right foot down. Let's have some movement, especially in your left foot, your left leg and ankle. And then let's switch legs. So now the attention goes to the right leg, right foot. Flex the left knee, open the left knee out. Again, this is a nice way to be in a tree pose, just having the toes touching. Or if you want to challenge yourself, you bring that foot higher, anywhere except your knee joint. Never, ever, ever, please place any pressure with your foot on your knee joint. You can have the hands together. You can have the hands down by your side. You can bring the arms up to the sky. Whatever you are, keep focusing on your breath, making sure your core is engaged. That helps a lot with the balance. And slowly release, hands down, left foot down, and just move the legs slowly, shaking here a little bit. And then let's all find ourselves to one end of the mat. From here, from Samastiti, float down forward and up. And exhale, hands to the heart to fall forward to Uttanasana. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. And then slowly walk your hands to the front. Let's all find our way to downward dog. Make sure your feet are wide as your hips and shoulders wide as your wrist. Take a nice inhale, heels up, knees down towards the mat, top of the foot flat, and then move the hips to the heels. Let's take a break. This is Balasana, child's pose. Relax the spine, tension in the shoulders. Take a moment. And then from here, let's find our way to tabletop. So instead of having the knees under the hips, let's move the knees slightly back. And then from here, flex the elbows, engage the core, lower the chest, lower the pelvis, the hips, straighten the legs. Make a pillows with your hands, rotate the head to one side. And let's take a little break here, reverse Shavasana. And lifting the head to the opposite side. And then bring the forehead towards the mat. Hands and elbows by your rib cage. Legs and feet together. Keep the chin in, neutral neck. Inhale, come into Bhujangasana Cobra. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower, rotate the head to one side. Inhale, head back to center. Lift the spine into Cobra. Exhale, lower the chest, rotate the head to the opposite side. Inhale, neutral neck, lift into Cobra. Exhale, lower the Cobra, rotate the head to the opposite side. Inhale, activate the muscles to lift into Cobra. Exhale, rotate the head opposite side. Inhale, neutral neck, up into Cobra. Lower the chest, rotate head to the opposite side. Last one. Head neutral, lift into Cobra. And then slowly rotate, look over to your right shoulder, and then neutral neck, forehead towards the mat. Just take a moment here. Nice, easy breathing. Now inhale, lift cobra, flex your left knee, look over to your left shoulder, lower the leg, chest, forehead down. Lift into cobra, flex right knee, look over to your right shoulder. Rotate the head to neutral, lower the forehead, lower the foot down. Inhale up into cobra, flex left knee, look over to your left. Exhale, lower everything down. Inhale up into cobra, flex right knee, look over to right shoulder, rotate the head to neutral, lower everything down. One more time each side. Inhale, lift into cobra, look over to your left shoulder, rotate, chest down, foot down, forehead down. Last one. Inhale up into cobra, look over to right shoulder, and then lower the leg, chest, forehead down. Take a couple breaths here. Press through the palms, lift the head, lift the chest, bend the knees, and then come into child's pose to release any tension in your lumbar spine after those back bends. And from here, let's lift the chest and have your hips drop to one side and the legs to the front. So if you have a blanket, place your blanket the opposite side. And let's come to the front of the mat with the feet wide as your hips, chin into the chest slowly, rounding the spine, engage the core to lower one vertebra at a time. We're all down towards the floor. Chin slightly tucked in, and then hug your left side into your chest. Just lower back is flat on the mat, and then place your left hand to the floor by your hip, and then guide your left knee towards the right. It's just a gentle twist to stretch the IT band, but it's not figure four. So guiding your left knee kind of towards your right shoulder. Close your eyes and breathe and stretch and open there. Then release and bring the left knee back to neutral position. Now place your left foot on top of your right thigh with both hands holding hamstring or shin of your right leg. And now deepening the stretch again, working on the IT band on your left side. Keep the chin in. Deep, full breath. Now extend your left leg all the way down towards the floor. Place your left foot above your right knee, right hand outside of your left knee, and then guide the left knee into a twist to the right. Again, working in more IT band stretch. Hold and breathe. And slowly return back to neutral position. Now left foot is down with your left knee bent. Hug the right thigh into the chest, and then bring the right knee towards your left shoulder. Just breathe there. And then release, return the knee to the right position. Place the right foot on top of your left thigh, figure four. Holding from the hamstring or the shin with both hands. Make sure that the outside of your right hip is moving, stretching and releasing any tension in the IT and the IT band. No, the IT band on the right hip. Use your breath. And extend your left leg all the way to the front. Place the right foot above your left knee, left hand outside of your right knee, right arm in T, and then the right knee goes into a twist to the left. Hold and breathe. From here and do the twist slowly back through center, and let's come into full happy baby. Separate the knees so your knees and thighs are kind of like parallel to the torso. Feet out, reach with both hands to grab the outside of the feet or the ankles, and make sure your lumbar spine, the lower back, is flat on the floor. And just breathe as you stretch and open. And then slowly bring the legs up and then lower the feet down. Have your feet wide as your hips. Keep the chin slightly tucked into the chest. And let's have a bridge going up and down. Inhale, lifting the pelvis and the hips. Exhale, lower, you slow your bridge down. Inhale, move the hips up. And exhale, lower all the way down. Add your own rhythm. Moving up and down slowly with attention and intention. Feel the spine, feel the muscles around the spine engaging every time you lift your bridge up. Nice, easy breathing. Couple more rounds here. Last one. And then all the way down. Now hug yourself, bring the thighs into the chest and just stay here, or you can rock from side to side. And so you give yourself a little massage. Just breathing as you stretch your lower back and middle back especially. And then slowly return back to center. Lower the feet down, arms to the side in T. Feet off the mat, have a 90-degree angle between ankles, knees, and hips. And with your next exhale, twist to the left and just hold there. Lift the head off the mat, rotate it to the right shoulder, and maybe use your left hand to guide the right knee closer to your left knee. Hold in the position. And slowly release the hand, engage the core to bring both legs slowly back to center, and exhale, lower the legs to the right, look over to left shoulder. Release the hand down, engage the core, both legs back to neutral position. Lower the feet down, wide as your hips again. Lift the spine into bridge. Make sure your spine is nice and long. And then slowly release it down towards the floor. Now, hug yourself again, thighs into the chest. And just release your lower back. You can rock from side to side if you like. And then extend the legs up to the sky. Flex and point the feet. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex. Open the legs slowly out, rotating the ankles in one direction. And going to the opposite direction. Flex the feet. Slowly engage the inner thighs to bring the legs together. Now lower the feet down with the knees bent. Keep the feet together and then open the knees out as you bring the sole of the feet into each other. Hands to your belly. This is Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly pose. And when you're lying down here, Make sure you are relaxing your quads, your inner thighs, your groins, outside of the hips and glutes. Just breathe here. And slowly bring the thighs and the knees together. And walk your feet wide as a mat and keep the thighs and the knees in. Keep the hands to your belly and keep belly breathing here. Now open the knees up. So you have your feet wide as your mat and the knees are bent. And then we're going to have the arms in T position to do some windshield wiper movement. Then drop the legs to the left, head to the right, hold in position. Notice if you're holding tension in the glutes on the right side, try to soften there. Slowly return both knees to neutral and then windshield wiper again, legs and head from side to side. Dropping the legs to the right, head to the left, holding position. Try to relax any tension in the outside of your left hip and glutes. Back through center, windshield wiper from side to side. Return back through center. Now walk your feet and legs together, knees. Now extend the right leg to the front of the mat and then keep your left foot touching the inner thigh of your right leg. Slowly open the left leg out, the left knee out. This is like a tree pose, but you are in your back. And you do your best here to relax your left hip, left inner thigh, outside of your the IT bands and the outside of your left hip, glutes on your left side. Slowly guide the left knee up again. Keep your right leg straight and then lift the left foot off the mat, holding from the hamstring of your left leg. Extend your left leg up to the sky. Hold in position. And slowly extend your left leg all the way, lower leg down towards the floor. Flex your right knee. Right foot is touching the left inner thigh. Open the right knee out now in your other tree pose from a supine position. Again, make sure you are releasing the muscles of your right hip, inner thigh, inner groin, glutes on the right side. Bring the right knee up and then lift the right foot up to the sky, holding from the hamstring of your right leg, stretching and breathing here. Lift the left leg up to the sky. So now both legs up to the ceiling, holding from the back of your hamstring, the back of your calf muscles, or maybe you can reach and hold from both toes with both peace fingers, chin into the chest. Slowly open the legs out. Bend the knees, lower the feet down towards the floor. Again, wide as your mat. One last windshield wiper movement, moving the legs from side to side, the hips. Return to neutral position. Now extend the right leg to the right corner of the mat and then cross your left leg over to your right ankle. And then arms overhead with the elbows flexed, grabbing your left wrist with your right hand, and then move the spine to the right to have nice lateral stretch here. And do the crossing of the legs. The left leg foot goes to the left corner, right leg crosses over to your right ankle, and then arms overhead to grab your right wrist with your left hand, and the spine moves to the left. Now feel the stretch. It's a gentle stretch on the right side of the torso. Return the spine to neutral, undo the crossing of the legs, and then flex the feet, engage the glutes, make a fist with both hands. Everything is super contracted. The toes, the feet, the calf muscles, the quads, the glutes, the arms. Take a nice inhale here. And exhale, release every tension, every muscles. Open the hands, relax the glutes, relax the toes, the feet, and then closing your eyes. We are now in our last pose. This is Shavasana, but if you need to be comfortable, put a sweater or cover yourself with a blanket, please do so. Make sure you're super comfortable, cozy and warm with your eyes closed. Just take a moment to make sure you are relaxed. Avoid any tension in your face. Just follow my voice. Noticing the back of your head that is in touch with your mat. Noticing the little space behind both ankles. Be aware of your calf muscle resting on the floor. But then there is the little space behind both knees. Bring the attention now to your hamstrings and try to soften them. Relax your glutes, the back of both hips. Notice a little space on your lumbar spine. Feel the entire length of the spine resting on the mat. The back of the shoulders, the entire length of both arms resting on the floor. Notice the neck and that little space on your cervical spine. And lastly, the back of your head resting on the floor. The entire front of the body is feeling open and relaxed. And allow yourself from the crown of the head down to the sole of the feet to find some relaxation state as you allow the body to sink down inch by inch. Every muscle of the body is softening. And so are the tendons and ligaments, all the internal organs, the fascia, the skin. You are letting go and you are surrendering into a nice and deep state of relaxation and stillness. Now, very slowly, deepen the breath. And bring some movement back to the body as you move your head and neck again. Your toes, your fingers, your ankles and wrists. With the next inhale, bring the arms overhead as you point through the toes and reach through the fingertips. Nice deep inhale there. But now you flex both knees, you hug yourself, and then slowly roll over to one side and pause there. Don't rush, just take a moment on fetal position. It's like an extension of your Shavasana from a different place. Then slowly now, the head comes last. Let's all find a moment together, sitting comfortably, shoulders back and down, placing the hands to your thighs or knees. Avoid any tension on your muscles of your shoulders or your face. And let's bring the attention to the nostrils. And we're going to inhale and exhale with the eyes closed through the nostrils, slow and in control. Allow the inhale to move in. Feel the air touching the nostrils and allow the air to move out. Feel the air in your nostrils as they're moving out. Nostrils, breathing in and out. Now the focus goes now just to the throat. And the air moves into the throat and you can feel the gentle touch of the walls of the throat with the air as you inhale and as you exhale. Slowly control breathing. Now the attention goes to both lungs, filling up the lungs with every inhale slowly in gentle way. And exhale, notice how the air moves out from the lungs. Inhaling and expanding the chest. And exhaling, moving the air out from the lungs. The tension is moving now down to your belly, to the abdomen. Focusing on controlled breathing. Noticing the belly ballooning out with the inhale. And the belly goes in with the exhale. Breath control. Belly breathing. Then return the attention to your regular breathing through the nose. No more extending or lengthening the inhalation, exhalation, regular breath. And the hands are coming together to your heart center in Anjali Mudra. And slowly inhale, opening the arms, and exhale. Exhale the Om slowly and in control. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And we are asking for peace, peace, and more perfect peace. The peace we all need within our hearts and our minds. The peace with all needs as we go through our daily lives interacting with other beings. And asking for peace, peace, and more perfect peace to be sent out in our natural world. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And I thank you all very, very much for being here today, practicing yoga. Namaskaram. Thank you.